Guys, so today I'm bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I will be showing you guys some very undervalued cards right now, in my opinion, compared to where the market's at right now. But before we get into that, I do want to say, as you guys know, our Sports Card Invest membership program has still been doing incredibly well, despite the fact that the market has been quite slow. Just 7 weeks ago, our members were buying up Devin Booker, National Treasure rookie cards, and currently they've gone up around 3 to 4x depending on which card they bought. There were a few I recommended, and some of my ultra high-end members who bought his out of 99 RPA have tripled their money and made around $25,000 in the span of 7 weeks. So if you guys would like to join in our program, all you have to do is click the link down below to sportscardsinvest.com. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop right into this video. So one of the cards right now that I believe has incredible room for growth is Dwayne Wade's 2003 Topps Chrome. So firstly, this card has a very similar trajectory to LeBron's Topps Chrome. And it's typically stayed around 10% the price of LeBron's Topps Chrome for, the longest time. So essentially, LeBron's Topps Chrome has recently jumped from roughly $13,000 to roughly $20,000, nearly $20,000. So essentially, Wade's, when LeBron's was $13,000, Wade's Topps Chrome was consistently around $1,300. It since then dipped to around $900. It's currently bouncing back. Some recent sales have been around nearly $1,200. But I definitely think that this card has a lot of room for growth, and over the next few weeks, we'll really see a great uptick in price, given that LeBron is up to $20,000. I think with LeBron at $20,000, Wade is overall a very good value buy at just around $1,000, say $1,200. I think that should settle, if I'm not wrong, it should settle around $2,000 to $2,200. Given, the past year or two, it has consistently been 10% of LeBron. So I think there's great room for growth in Wade at $1,200, given LeBron's at $20,000. And I also believe that there's a lot of room for growth. This is a little bit for the higher end folks, but you can definitely go with the PSA 8 or a PSA 9 of this card, and I think it has great room for growth, and that is Kobe's Topps Chrome. Kobe's Topps Chrome has been so connected to LeBron's Topps Chrome. Apparently, the market and the hobby in general has thought that Kobe and LeBron should be equal in terms of their Topps Chrome price. And recently, Kobe's, it has seen an uptick in price. I believe this one sold for $14.5. But I think this should settle out around the price of LeBron's. So I think there's good room for growth in Kobe's. And then also, about the whole LeBron Topps Chrome, I think his Bowman Chrome has incredible growth. I know you can buy this in any grade, but I think these have great room for growth right now. Given where his Topps Chrome is, it does not make much sense that his Bowman Chrome is staying behind. But I think this for under $6,000 with this Topps Chrome at $20, that is eventually going to play out. There's either two options right now. Either the Topps Chrome is incredibly overpriced, or the Bowman Chrome is incredibly underpriced. And so I think it's a very safe bet to go with this Bowman Chrome right now in a time where his Topps Chrome's on fire, and investors are eventually going to search for, alternatives, given that there's more opportunities in his Bowman Chrome. I think that's quite understandable that there's more opportunities in his Bowman Chrome right now than his Topps Chrome, given that his Topps Chrome has already gone up so much. So I think that's definitely a good buy, and we are seeing some great signs with LeBron's Topps Chrome. Not only have we seen a few sales, I would say we've seen more than 5 sales. So these are all fluke, offerings, but the real sales here are 20.3. You have a $21,000 sale. You have an 18.1, you have an 18 OBO, you have an 18,000, and these are not only PWCC. This auction right here was a very valid auction, and so that's a great sign overall for LeBron's market. I believe even his Topps paper has seen some good growth. So overall, LeBron's market across hundreds of cards is up around 14% in the past 2 weeks. So that is not bad at all. His Topps, at one point, I believe I was seeing sell for as low as $3,500. And we see him now sort of bouncing back into the $4,300 range, which is definitely a great sign. At one point, people are selling these at shows for around $10,000. Recent auction, 16.3. So overall, LeBron's market's up quite a lot, and LeBron seems to be one of the drivers of the sports card market. So if LeBron's up, there's going to be a lot of players that should adjust, and I think Wade's going to be one of them. I think LeBron's Topps Chrome is going to be one of them. And then I see a great value buys in guys like Steve Nash, who have simply, lost a lot of demand because investors are simply not looking at Steve Nash's cards right now. When everything's going great, everyone's looking for all these alternatives, all these, I would say third-tier cards. But when, cards are going down, no one's looking at guys like Steve Nash. And this PSA 8 for $50, these are just incredible budget buys in my opinion. I think these have a good chance to bounce back, and you hardly hold any risk buying in at $50 because there's always going to be Suns fans. There's a great growing demand for Suns players because there's a lot of, to be frank, there's a lot of people in Phoenix who are all of a sudden now becoming Suns fans. There's a lot of bandwagons becoming Suns fans. And that's going to cause a greater demand for Suns legends like Steve Nash. So I think that's certainly a great buy right now. And then just stacking up on guys like Chris Paul, who, the market has not been picking up on his performance. Same with Devin Booker. I think these overall this offseason, when the market does bounce back, you're going to see great, increases in guys like Chris Paul. As we saw when LeBron won the finals last year, his prices went down for a little bit. And then later on, the next season, they saw the biggest increase. So I think it's a good time to be buying guys like Chris Paul, Devin Booker, because they've elevated, their status so much, and their prices are not reflecting that. So I think these are overall great buys. Even DeAndre Ayton, if you have a little bit less of a budget, I think Ayton's a very good buy right now. And going for second-tier rookies, these are just outstanding buys. I think Ayton's market overall is going to develop a lot, over the next few years, given the Suns' success and given, how he's playing, to be frank. So I definitely think this is a very good buy where it is. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for all the support on our membership program. I'm so glad that a lot of our members have been doing very well recently financially. So that's a great sign. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. And other than that, I'm out. Peace.